Atlanta atop the NFC South at 4-3 for Arthur Smith, his third year with the Falcons, but before that, 10 seasons as an assistant here with Tennessee, working his way up to offensive coordinator, and now his first game back here as the head coach. Very good friends with Mike Vrabel on the other side, and he's looking for back-to-back road wins. It had been a while, and meanwhile for the Oilers, it's been tough sledding off to the 2-4 start. They have lost 10 straight games to opponents with a winning record.
Beth, you did it already. You said Oilers have won already.
Oh,
right
that's
off the
one.
bat.
That's one. We are allowing ourselves, what, 1.5?
Oh, what do you mean, we're us?
I just made that executive.
So Jay and I have already been talking about the very first play of the game for Will Levis. Is he going deep?
You got the Oil Derrick in the middle. You got Oilers in the end zones homecoming weekend. But everybody interested in the youngster out of the University of Kentucky, making his debut not only as a starter, but in an NFL game. He's been inactive so far.
Yeah, and I think he has a big arm. Everyone knows that. The question is, what does he do with a defense like this Falcons team that's going to change up looks post-snap, that's going to try and confuse them, that's going to bring pressure at times? They've given outscouted looks every single week, and it's been difficult for those young quarterbacks.
They've got zone coverage on now. He's looking at that.
The NFL on CBS is sponsored by Progressive, the right call to protect your home and car. Honda, the power of dreams. And by Taco Bell.
Those Love You Blue teams of the 1970s under Bum Phillips playing in the Astrodome. And a lot of those Oiler alums are back this weekend as the franchise, after it moved to Tennessee, welcoming them back today. The turnover story hasn't been a pretty one so far for Atlanta, but they get 3 points there off of a takeaway for themselves. And now it's back to the Titans offense, our next-gen stats powered by AWS.
Well, you can see stack boxes versus light boxes, how much better Derrick Henry is. And this Atlanta defense is one of the top teams in the NFL having light boxes. I don't think we'll see that a lot today. I think they're going to, you have to take away Derrick Henry and make Will Levis beat you, make these young quarterbacks, whoever's in there, beat you through the air.
Back here in Nashville, a lot of these Tennessee fans have been loving the throwback Oilers uniforms, but no one may be as excited as Titans owner Amy Adams-Strunk. When I spoke to her this week, she said when they first got to Nashville, it was really important to create their own
The NFL on CBS is sponsored by Burger King. Combo your way at BK. And by State Farm. Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there.
Broadway in Nashville, just across the Columbia River from Nissan Stadium. 3-0 Atlanta with the lead over Tennessee. 4:20 to go here in the first quarter, and the debut of quarterback Will Levis, the rookie out of Kentucky, due to the Ryan Tannehill injury. Stay for us.
A Dallas pick six. DeRon Bland gets Matthew Stafford. This is his third interception for a touchdown this year. 30 yards out. Puts the Dallas Cowboys up 17-3 over the Rams. Back to Beth and the crew.
The NFL on CBS is sponsored by AT&T 5G. Fast, reliable, secure. Little Caesars, the official pizza sponsor of the NFL. Pizza Pizza. And by Grey Goose. Vive la vodka.
Images of the 16th annual hometown huddle. The Falcons send out the entire team into the community to do public service work simultaneously. They went to 8 different locations around the city of Atlanta for that good work. Simmons, the offense has been a little slow to start today.
The Tennessee Titans knew coming in that they were going to have to set edges, that they were going to have to play well up front to stop this run. So much outside zone, James. And they knew coming in, we got to be disciplined, stay in our gaps, set edges outside, try and not let this running game get going.
And as good as the Atlanta Falcons line is, I'm not sure if there's somebody who can really block Jeffrey Simmons one-on-one.
7-3 Tennessee with the lead over Atlanta. The NFL on CBS streams live on Paramount Plus all season long through Super Bowl 58, including next week's must-see matchups. Try it for free today. 4, and let's head back to the studio for an update.
Quick strike Miami.
Quick is right. Tua Tagovailoa, a 1-yard touchdown pass to Cedric Wilson, and that put the Dolphins up over New England 14-7. Back to Beth and the crew.
The NFL on CBS is sponsored by the Home Depot. How doers get more done. And by Corona Extra. Live La Vida Más Fina.
So much history at the RCA studios here in the country music capital of the world. Don't forget, coming up on the Verizon halftime report, JB, Phil, Nate, Boomer, Coach Coward, JJ Watt, all the latest scores and highlights. That's coming up on the Verizon halftime report. They'll be rocking back in the studio, or maybe boot scoot boogie in a little bit. Remaining for Atlanta, minute and a half to go.
This has been the story of the year for Desmond Ridder, is turning the ball over. 3 interceptions 2 weeks ago, 3 fumbles last week. You know, he plays really well. You're really confident in him, and all of a sudden, you know, that one wasn't on him. He gets hit right there. The one going in when he went in to score, that one was really tough. And then there's the fumble today. He just has to learn how precious that ball is. You have to protect that ball. You can't turn the ball over in the NFL and win.
To perfection.
That'll do it for the first half. 2 touchdown throws for Will Levis in his NFL debut, and a 14-3 lead for Tennessee over Atlanta. Halftime is next after these first half highlights from Verizon and a word from your local station.
Oh, Shawnee, what's going on here?
I just really want that new iPhone 15 Pro. This one sounds right.
You're talking about this one, right? The one with titanium? You know, maybe the old shake and steel isn't your best plan. Switch to Verizon, and you can get the new iPhone 15 Pro on them.
Really?
And on a network you can rely on.
It's for you. It's not an iPhone.
Happy birthday.
Get iPhone 15 Pro, Apple TV 4K, and 6 months of Apple One. All 3 on us. Only on Verizon.
Game day dip in the oven? Just tell Siri. Remind me to check the food in 10 minutes.
Back here in Nashville, getting set to start the second half. The Titans over the Falcons 14-3. And it's been rough sledding for the Falcons. They have not been setting themselves up offensively with very good field position. And guys, it's been a pretty good first half debut here for Will Levis at quarterback, Jay.
I've been very impressed both with his play as well as the scheme that they had set up for him to take advantage of what he does well, running the offense efficiently, being decisive, making good decisions, and it's just been fun to watch. A couple of really nice deep balls that he threw. This one to DeAndre Hopkins for the touchdown, and then getting it out really quick. And they talked about how fast his release was, and they're taking advantage of it and getting him on the move. Use his legs, smart decisions, not putting the ball in harm's way. And when he has a nice pocket, he throws a decent ball, and DeAndre Hopkins does the rest. If you got a guy like DeAndre Hopkins, take advantage of it.
Yeah, but for Atlanta on the other end, one of the things that they probably talk about ad nauseum, run, stop the run, win the takeaway, keep away battle. And they have done neither one of those exceptionally well in the first half, to say the least. What they have to do, they have to get back to their core elements. They can carve their way back into this game, only down 14-3.
Yeah, their offensive line needs to play better. They kind of got dominated by that Tennessee front in that first half.
Let's send it down to the field, and Amanda.
Hey, Beth, I was able to talk to both coaches at halftime. Let's start with Mike Vrabel. Very impressed with his rookie quarterback, Will Levis, getting his first start. But he said, you know what? That is what we expected from Will Levis. What impresses him the most about number 8 is his composure on the field. In regards to the Titans' defense, very impressive first half for them. He said, we've been able to hit the ball out of the hands, get some turnovers. That's not something we've seen from the Titans in their past couple of games. As for Arthur Smith, says he's just grateful they have another half of football. Didn't want to put the blame on any position group or any player in particular, but says we need to clean it up everywhere.
An update from the studio, guys.
Another backup getting it done.
Sure is. Tommy DeVito from Don Bosco High School, New Jersey. Takes the football and goes 6 yards for the touchdown. Puts the New York Giants up 10-7 over the Jets. Back to Beth in the game.
Maybe he could have been a better basketball player than football, but he'd have to be really good at basketball
Got the skill
to be as good as he is at football. I know in high school he had a ton of points, 29 points a game, 12 rebounds, played a little bit at USC. And I remember asking him about it, and he said, you know what, I believe that I was as good as some of the guys who are playing in the NBA right now. I don't doubt it. Got the toughness to do it. Three-point shot, left-handed, shooting out there. Pretty special player. And I had meant to ask him this question. I've seen his helmet come off about 3 or 4 times.
Yeah.
Now, he has a lot more hair than I ever had. And I'm always wondering about guys with a lot of hair under that helmet, if that helmet pops off. But he's as tough as they come. First receiver drafted last year, and a complete receiver when I watch him play.
That had the entire first half as we check out the next gen stats powered by AWS. And the quick release for Will Levis.
When we talked to Arthur Smith, he talked about wanting to get rid of this ball quickly. You know, for Will Levis, understand the defense, what they're doing, be decisive, get rid of it quick when we ask you to, and you've seen that. And he's handled this situation very calmly. And I think one of the big questions for the rest of this season for this Tennessee team is, you know, we took a third and a second on 2 quarterbacks, and we got to have an answer on one of them. And so far, Will Levis looks good.
In New York, Phil.
Okay, thank you, Beth. Jacksonville Jaguars. Trevor Lawrence throws a perfect pass to Travis Etienne, who goes 56 yards for the touchdown. That put Jacksonville up 17-3 over Pittsburgh. Back to you, Beth, and the game.
Tennessee on top of Atlanta on this Oilers throwback weekend. And I think Bud and Bum and Billy Whiteshoes would be proud of the way things are going right now for these Titans.
They look like they're ready to kick the door down. They always talked about that with the Steelers getting past them.
And JB and Phil have another update for us from New York, guys.
Can't give any quarterback this much time.
Oh, man, somebody's hotness here. Jalen Hurts to Devontae Smith, 38 yards for the touchdown. He has 3 touchdowns, 310 yards. Washington and Philadelphia all tied up at 24 all. Back to Beth, James, Jay, and Amanda.
The NFL on CBS is sponsored by Popeye's Louisiana Kitchen. Love that chicken from Popeyes. The Disney Bundle with Disney Plus, Hulu, and ESPN Plus. And by Jeep. There's only one.
Ah, some Jack's Barbecue.
That brisket looks good, doesn't it?
Since 1989 go, Atlanta needs a couple of scores. Coming up next, we can't wait for game 2 of our NFL on CBS doubleheader, headlined by a fantastic matchup between the Bengals and 49ers. It's the NFL on CBS and streaming on Paramount Plus.
We got snow already in Denver. It's a little early for that, isn't it? No golf for you.
What do you mean snow? You live in Arizona, don't you? But you spend half your time watching your son play for the Colorado Buffaloes.
2-minute warning in Nashville, 28-23. Tennessee on top.
The NFL on CBS is sponsored by Walmart. Welcome to your Walmart. And by Verizon, the official 5G network of the NFL.
Welcome back to Nissan Stadium, Nashville, Tennessee. The Titans over the Falcons, 28-23. Atlanta football, 2 minutes to go.
For it, Marcus.
And where did he do it?
Did it here. Wearing the same number.
How the narrative can quickly change. The first place Falcons suffer the road loss, and the Titans may be changing the narrative for the rest of their regular season. Will Levis, stellar at quarterback. And the quarterback conversations will continue this week in Atlanta. For James and Jay and Amanda, I'm Beth. Let's get you to James Brown in New York for the NFL Today update delivered by Little Caesars.